good things happen to you. A lot of people chasing this play. When the ball does come out, there are people there to get it. Lucian's trying to break it, and smart defensive play right there by number 19. Strips him, but great hustle gets it back for UAB.
So the Blazers on the fumble recovery have first and goal to go from the 4. Now they'll go to a power set. 2 tight ends and 3 backs in behind Daniel Dixon. First down and goal to go from the 4. And this is the fullback, Benji Morrow. Didn't get much. He was undercut. 5'10", 235 junior from Birmingham. Morrow maybe got a yard into about the 3. And of course,
offense changes right here, Gary, and young man the size of Lucius doesn't have near the effect on a defense when they're all packed in there. And so they've got some new ball carriers in the game. But this is a situation that has to be defined for any offensive football team. Who is your goal line runner?
Got 2 fullbacks in there, Battles and Morrow, and then Lucius Foster behind. And this is Battles in motion, and here comes the option, and it's going to be Dixon taking it all the way in, standing up. No flags down. Touchdown, UAB.
Well, anytime you can apply the option to the problem, you've got one more ball carrier, and here in this case, it's the quarterback.
Well, watch Daniel Dixon on this replay, because here he comes down the line of scrimmage, and they don't lay a glove on him.
This is a great job of blocking because he goes in untouched, but the defense was stacked inside the tight ends, trying to stop the inside running game. They did not have enough people outside to handle a quarterback in the pitch.
And I hope you saw on the sideline, that was Lee Jolly who greeted Daniel Dixon and hugged him, because it's the same job those two are competing for. Here's the point after attempt. Arians out of Kevin Drake's hold, and the point after is good. The Blazers in front, 14-0. We've got 10:05 left to play in the first half. UAB up by 2 touchdowns. We'll be right back. This is UAB Blazers football.
Afraid you missed out on the best Ford clearance deals of the year? Check out these late-breaking deals. Get $1,500 cash back on Taurus, Windstar, Escort, and Mustang. Get $1,000 cash back on Ranger and 4.8 financing on Explorer. No, you didn't miss out. $1,500 cash back on Taurus, Windstar, Escort, and Mustang. $1,000 cash back on Ranger and 4.8 financing on Explorer. There's still time to get a 97 Ford today. See Adamson, Long Lewis, Ernest McCarty, or Tim Skinner Ford.
We've asked one of Alabama's most famous families for important things to remember when you're behind the wheel.
Buckle your seatbelt. Stop the train. Obey all traffic signs. Don't drive too fast. And always watch for children.
Our Alpha family would like to remind your family to please drive safely and call Alpha.
Call the best agents in the business. Call Alpha.
So you want to buy a wireless phone? Great. Our rates are simple and easy to understand. 59 cents for the first minute, 78 cents for the second, 95 for the third, and so on and so on. Monday through Thursday, it goes up. The on and off peak rates are also similar to the peak rates. 45 cents, that's something else we need to talk about. Hello, who is it? It's the deal of the century, and guess what? It's for you.
Don't think so, because with Cellular One, it's simple. $19.95, 30 local minutes. Use them anytime. No smoke, no mirrors, no wires. Cellular One.
All right, take another look up close. Here comes quarterback Daniel Dixon. He fakes the give to the fullback, lets the fullback lead, and they don't touch him.
This is a finesse play for the goal line. It's something that most defenses have a hard time handling, and certainly USL did.
8 plays for 74 yards, took 3:44 off the clock. There's Watson Brown on the sideline. 10:05 yet to play, 10:06 in the half, and it's 14-0. And Jake Arians ready to kick off. Again, they have Willie Terrell waiting deep. Terrell had an excellent return the last kickoff, and Mike Ellis is back there also. And he made your heart stop for a minute on that last kickoff return. So let's see what Terrell does this time as Jake Arians gets ready to boot the ball. First kick by Arians was into the end zone. Second one came down on a 3, and Terrell brought it back out to near midfield. All right, here is the kick, and it is Terrell at the 3 again. 10, 15, jammed up at the 20 and powered his way forward to the 25. He took 2 or 3 Blazers with him.
Arians does a good job of getting the ball over on one side of the field, so you only have to cover half the field, and that makes all the difference in the world.
Marcel Rachel and Tyrone Griffin combine on the stop, and there goes young Lance Domick. And I'm not sure that USL has anywhere to go. They have a freshman named Jamar Robbins who's never taken a snap. And so if they get down on what Domick is doing, why, you see the total offense, UAB 90 yards in front, 135 to 45. Cajuns, 2 tight ends this time, single setback and a slot left. And Elvis Joseph up inside, broke 1 tackle, but not the second. He's going to get from the 26 to the 29.
Bill Clay is going to be very, very patient. They're going to get some yards running up in there, but they're going to stay in position and make the tackles. Even though that's a 4-yard play, they're not going to get all the way down the field doing that.
We're seeing more of Derek Cloud at defensive end, 6'3", 240, a freshman from Birmingham. Cloud wearing number 8. He's out there. Pernell Davis is on the nose right now. He and Jeter alternate in that position. And so second, and we'll call it 7 for USL. And Domik wants to throw. In the flat to Joseph. He led him a little too far. And UAB had pretty good coverage as Sean Alexander was out there with him.
Tried to throw a safe pass, and they're using a lot more 2 tight ends in their formation now rather than a fullback, which is a better protection formation for protection for them. They're really trying to give this young man a quarterback a chance to do some things to help his football team.
Well, he's looking for his first completion in this game. He came in against Texas A&M and completed 14 out of 26. He had 2 picked off, 2 intercepted, so
it's about time for those 5 experienced offensive linemen to adopt him and try to raise him a little bit in there.
3rd down now, 7 to go. Trip receiver's right. Domik is looking right. Now he's going to tuck it and run. And he's got enough for first down yardage and more. That might help his confidence a bit. He's out to about the 42 or 43, and he made the decision to run pretty early there, Jack. He put it under his arm when he looked downfield. I'm
sure he would prefer to do that right now rather than throw it, and he had the opportunity and took advantage of it. This is the kind of play that that this quarterback's got to make, because he's not good enough just to stand back there and throw the ball and hurt you. I mean, when I say good enough, he's certainly not mature enough right now to do that.
Ball on the 43, 1st and 10 for the Raging Cajuns. High backs, single tight end this time. Here comes Elvis Joseph from the deep spot for a yard or 2. Not many. UAB looked like Pernell Davis stood up his blocker and then Lewis was there too. James Lewis, who recovered a fumble earlier, had a big play.
Well, they keep running right. Have you noticed that, Gary? After I
the
said
field
go
tilts that way.
Well, the left side is the side where they've got those big ones, and I think maybe they're trying to get the cutback on some of that, and UAB is doing a great job defensively of squeezing the backside.
Well, they're kind of unbalanced toward the left of the tight end over there, and on 2nd down, here's Domik wanting to throw. He is away downfield. He is incomplete. Looks like Danon Sidney is there, and so was Izell Reese. So again, you might say he threw into double coverage, although Reese reacted on the ball. Sidney had coverage on the intended receiver downfield. That was David Freeman.
This is a very strong UAB secondary, and that corner in that coverage right there has really got this young man covered. He runs with him so easily. I think he's a 200-meter sprint champion in the USA.
Conference USA, yes, he is.
I mean, he
Sidney's
can run.
got speed, there's no doubt. 3rd and 8 now. Southwest Louisiana on their own 45-yard line. And Domik is bootlegging, and Cloud is right there. They set a screen to Joseph, but a good job of sifting through that screen by Sean Alexander. They had plenty of blockers there, but Alexander drifted through, and I will say that Cloud putting that good pressure made him throw it awful early, Jack.
This is a great job of recognition by the linebacker. He comes up in there for the play-action pass. He settles and just moves right with the play, and he comes underneath the blockers.
Chris Shaw in punt.
This is a mature defensive football team.
Chris Shaw in punt formation has the kick away. Lucius Foster is going to catch it at about the 13. Lucius over the 20 and back to about the 25. And the Blazers will put it in play with 7:05 left in the first half at the 25-yard line.
Flag.
Got a late flag down. Let's see if there was a block in the back where that came. Usually
looked like a dead ball flag.
All right, we'll wait and let the officials sort it out. As I said, Conference USA officials working. Southwest Louisiana is not a member. As a matter of fact, they are a member of the Sun Belt Conference in basketball and all other sports, and they play football as an independent. Let's listen in. That block in the back, just as we thought, so probably be half the distance penalty against UAB. Take the ball back. Going to take it down to the...
illegal block in the back on the run back. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
All right, UAB will have first down back on their own 8-yard line. and we'll take a break in the action. 14-0. The Blazers lead the Cajuns. This is UAB Blazers football.
Tell me, my daughters, which of you doth love me most? Goneril.
Sir, I love you more than word can wield the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty.
Regan, speak.
She comes too short. I find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness love.
Now, what shall Cordelia speak?
I brought unto you a treasure of Coca-Cola, colder than a witch's enmity.
You rule, my fair daughter.
Yes, for only $169 a month, and you're driving a new Tamron Honda Accord LX. It's Tamron Honda's year-end closeout. Tamron's Honda Accord LX has automatic, air, stereo, power windows, locks, and cruise for only $169 a month during Tamron Honda's year-end closeout. For only $299, you're driving sport utility luxury. It's Tamron Mitsubishi's new 98 Montero LS Sport, loaded including automatic, air, stereo, power windows, locks, cruise, roof rack, side steps for just $299 a month. Drive it during the year-end closeout week at Tamron Mitsubishi in Hoover.
Take one forgetful husband.
This song is for all the ladies celebrating their birthday today.
Place in hot water.
I'm dead.
Whisk into one Bruno's supermarket. Leave to soak up ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Then fill with a careful selection of gifts. Gingerly return, decorate, and serve immediately.
Surprise. You remember?
With a generous helping of brownie points. Bruno's. We've got all the right ingredients.
All right, UAB will have the football deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 as we resume play here in the second quarter. And Jack Crow, you think they might try to put some heat on young Daniel Dixon right here?
I think USL's beginning to realize they need a short field to score on. They're going to try to force something down here, and Daniel's got to see it coming and do something about it.
Hand off to Lucius Foster, gets him off the 8 out to the 15, so a quick 7 yards.
Knowing how defensive coordinators think, I'm seeing this as a blitz coming up.
Blitz coming up, okay.
Yep. And
that's why we pay you the big dollars.
Yep.
Come up here and make these predictions.
Yeah, and you're going to see why I'm not down there on the field, too.
2nd down and 3.
But that quarterback sure needs to be aware of it, because this is exactly the opportune time.
We're going to go with Lucius Foster again, and he runs into the pile. Only got about a yard. So UAB is going to look at 3rd and 2, and
I think Watson thought the same way I did, and he ran something that the blitz wouldn't affect, and the blitz did not come. So.
I was going to say, as a non-coach, I would think you might throw it here, and if I were blitzing, I might do it here.
To me, it's an option down, and I think it will be for Watson, either that or a short drop pass.
Going to go to the double tight ends again, and the only back there will be Lucius Foster.
If he sees the blitz coming, he's going to check the option, and it's all a game of him looking at number 38 at this point.
All right,
he's trying to see what the free safety is going to tell him before the snap.
3rd and 2, and you're right on the option, and he's got the 1st down and more. And here's Dixon off to the races again. Out to midfield, and kept his feet. He got by one guy. He may go all the way. And he's going to go for a touchdown.
There's a holding.
But there's a flag back at the 20.
That had nothing to do with the play, I'm sad to say.
All right, Dixon on the keep. Penalty marker holding against UAB. So what would have been, let's see, a 84-yard touchdown run knocked off by the holding penalty.
I'll tell you, at this point in time, one thing you don't do with quarterbacks is run a lot of sprints with them. I would be a little concerned about his conditioning at some point right here before the half. I mean, if it was basketball, you'd take him out probably.
Plus he's the punter, so he's on there a lot.
Okay.
6 minutes left in the half. Let's listen to the referee, and I think he's the one who threw the flag, isn't he?
He is.
Offense, 10 yards. Repeat, 3rd down.
This is the coach coming out at me. I'd like to see that blasted hold right here.
There's the defensive backs, and you see they come up and just miss him. He cuts inside that cornerback.
Yeah.
And of course,
I didn't see the hold.
From our angle, we don't see it.
He threw the flag 15 yards behind the play, and I'm assuming he did see it. Certainly, I'm sure he did. But
the ball is back now to near the 10. UAB needs the 19 for 1st down.
It's a missed opportunity, and right here,
again, 2 tight ends. And let's see if Daniel Dixon goes back to throw. No option this time. He's going to go long downfield, double coverage, thrown out of bounds, trying to go to Darius Malone. they had him well covered. So rather than having that third touchdown, UAB now will punt out of their own end zone.
Very safe decision right there, and a smart job putting the ball where nobody could get it. What they've got to do right now is hold their lead through the half.
UAB with a quick snap back to Dixon. He has the punt away. They're going to let it hit. It takes a UAB bounce and is picked up right at the 50 by Schumack. Somebody had him with a jersey, but he gets away, and he's going to give ground back to the 44. Omar Parker got his jersey, and he got away momentarily, but then Thatch and Hurst are there to finish him off. And so, -6, I think, on that punt return.
Daniel did not get all the ball. I think you could see from the flight of the ball. He's a tired young man right now. I hope they've got some oxygen over there.
5:40 left to play in this first half. UAB up 14-0, and a nice touchdown run wiped out by a holding call. Now what are they doing with the... they're moving the football up. Was there another flag? They move it up to the UAB 48, and they haven't given us a signal yet. I'm going to assume an incidental face mask. Let's see.
What's that about?
And the side judge on the far side is saying the same thing. I think they're going to, maybe they're saying that somebody from UAB touched it.
That's what they're saying.
And Watson Brown can't understand. He was questioning from the sideline. I think they're going to say that a Blazer touched it before the return man picked it up and tried to run with it. And that's not a very happy Watson Brown on the sideline.
This is probably going to be a sprint out, and they're going to try to throw some individual cuts to the right.
They've got two receivers to the right side, and they send Joseph inside. Flags down.
Play.
UAB may have lined up offside. We were right on that line of scrimmage. And it looked to me like maybe the right end for UAB was lined up offside, Jack.
Yep.
I didn't see any movement in the line.
I think that's what it was. Well, of course, the players have their opinion, and the UAB players are pointing. Yeah. You got both sides pointing at the other one, so.
It is offside. I believe Morgan here on this side had lined up offside. And so it's going to be 1st and 5 now.
They're finally settled into a two tight end, two wide receiver, one back offense.
Offside, defense, 5 yards, still first down.
Okay, 1st and 10.
This is the formation that they had most of their success in the previous games in, and it gives the quarterback a chance to get on the corner to the two receiver side, which is to his right now.
Elvis Joseph is the single setback behind Lance Dummick, and he wants to throw.
Yeah.
And he's away. First completion of the night goes to the tight end, and he's into about the UAB 32. That's plenty for a first down.
They've been blocking this tight end, and on this play they delayed him and brought him back across behind the linebackers against the flow of the sprint out of the quarterback. That's
Anthony Dozier, the freshman from Killeen, Texas, makes the catch. Make that Klein, Texas. And that is
looking to
first
his right,
completion.
comes back to his left. They've cleared out with a backside receiver, and there's a lot of room back over there.
So the Cajuns have 1st and 10 on the UAB 32. Remember, the Blazers lead it 14-0. We're playing late in the second quarter. And here comes Elvis Joseph. And not much running room. Curtis Jeter got down under and just would not let him move him out. Derek Morgan helped. So
UAB's front four is doing a great job of squeezing off the inside running lanes. You can see right here, getting up off the ground, fighting across the face of blockers, getting penetration. This is a very active front four tonight.
All right, the clock running at 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Late in the second quarter. Here's Curtis Jeter.
Formation's into the boundary. Unless there's motion, this may be a gadget.
Going to be a timeout instead. So the Cajuns use their second. They still have one timeout remaining. And a good time for us to remind you that the Blazers are home 1 week from tonight. We have a 6 o'clock kickoff at Legion Field next Saturday when the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky come in. And Jack, Western is playing, I guess, even as we speak, they're playing the brand new South Florida team. They're unbeaten so far. I think they'll probably be unbeaten when they get to Legion Field next week.
Well, they've got a history. Jack Harbaugh's the coach there, isn't he? I'm sure he is. He was last time I looked. Coaches do turn over quick,
Jack's
but
been at Western a while.
He knows a lot of football. He comes from Michigan. He's got a great program and a great
good son who could play too.
Yeah.
And if you come to Blazer Village, get out there a couple hours before game time. You'll find a pep rally, food available, an area for the kids to play. That's all part of UAB football. You can find out more by calling 975-UAB1. And even though we played one of our 4 games, you can still talk about the family plan. Get your whole group in we have 3 remaining home games. Western Kentucky currently ranked in the top 10 in 1AA football, and they'll be there next Saturday night at 6 o'clock.
They're coaching this quarterback on the sideline between plays. And I could give him a little of my advice. Don't talk to him too much. He's thinking too much already. Let the boy play, because he's got to do some things instinctively in this game. They signed him because he could make plays. They got to turn him loose and let him make them.
Well, he's got Sandusky on the tight end on the left, and he's got Dozier, who just caught the pass, the tight end on the right. Wideouts to either side. Elvis Joseph behind him. 2nd and 8, and Joseph up inside. Moves the pile forward for 2 or 3. They're going to look at about 3rd and 5.
I think that they're probably positioning themselves with that play. It would be a speculation on what they'd be doing, but to me, they may be throwing back across the field. They wanted the ball in the middle of the field for a reason. It's 3rd down, 5, ball in the middle of the field. They have more room on both sides of the ball right now in an area of the field that they anticipate blitz. So they got a plan here.
3rd and 5.
And UAB's not going to disappoint them. They're up in there.
And here he goes, rolling right. Domick wants to throw. He's away. The ball is tipped again, and it falls incomplete. I think, again, he was going to the tight end. I think he was going to Sandusky up around the 20, but that ball got tipped twice.
He threw it in the crowd. There were a lot of linebackers underneath that crossing route, and that's what they wanted to try to do, was create some space to run a crossing route. And right here you can see the bootleg, that big old 350-pound offensive lineman out in front. But there's a whole lot of white shirts right there where he's throwing the football.
All right, it's 4th down now, and apparently no thought of the field goal for Southwest Louisiana. They trail at 14-0. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 5. Same formation as the last time. With a slot right, and Domick is in trouble. He got away. And he's going to throw it now. Incomplete. Good play. Rodriguez Brooks got his hand in and knocked that ball away. The intended receiver was David Freeman, but Brooks got there in time to knock it away. Big play.
Big
by
play
Rodriguez.
By the secondary. That's absolutely right, because the quarterback had the time. The crossing route came all the way across the field. It's hard to cover somebody that long, and he had him covered. Right here, the blitz has got him.
And then he don't got him.
And then they don't got him, and now that defensive back saying, how long have I got to cover this guy?
Ryan Lundy came firing in there and did everything right but make the tackle. The junior from Pelham was sidestepped by Domick. Now UAB will take over 1st and 10, and we're seeing Ernest Ross for the first time at quarterback. We've had Daniel Dixon, and now Ernest Ross is going to give it to Lucius Foster, and Foster's across the 30 to the 31.
Now that was Larry Vanderhayden would have been very happy with that play. Will be very happy when he sees that play tomorrow, because that was great movement up front.
Ernest Ross is 5'11", 190, a sophomore from Decatur, Georgia. He's been on some special teams, but that was his first snap at quarterback, Jack. And like you say, that long run by Daniel Dixon probably just winded him a little.
Absolutely. They have got to, as much as he's doing, they have got to rest him, or he'll end up making mistakes just out of fatigue. This young man can play. Watson wanted to play him. It's great that he's given him this opportunity.
2nd down and 6 to go, and Ross is going to do a little misdirection, take it back on his own, and had the ball stripped. Did the Cajuns get it? Did it get out of bounds? I think they recovered it. Wait a minute. Let's see. We haven't had. No, it's 3rd down. So Ross got back on it. The official right there says that Ernest Ross got back on it. That was, I think, what you'd consider a safe play. Let the quarterback keep it himself.
Let the quarterback keep it.
And he didn't really put it away. Let's take another look, Jack, and see if we can see what happens here.
He tried to give him some stuff instead of just getting yardage. He gets out here and gets to double clutching and starting and stopping, and
well, he knocked it away from himself,
he
didn't
just dropped the ball.
And it looks like the Cajuns are going to get it, but
they pushed it out of bounds.
It went out of bounds without getting possession. That's what happened. I didn't think Ross had gotten it back.
That's a great call by the officials. Thank goodness that was in front of the UAB bench. I'd hate to see what that happens in front of the other bench. That one has a tendency to.
Ball is out on the 33. They need the 37, so it's 3rd down and 4 to go. And Ernest Ross is going to run the option and keep it, and he got 1st down yardage, and he's off to the races. Cutting back at the 50, and he went down at the 40. So Ernest Ross getting a big play with 2:15 left. It'll be 1st and 10 UAB on the Southwest Louisiana 40.
USL has made an adjustment. You know, the pitch was open there early, and USL has made an adjustment to take the pitch from the line of scrimmage, but the linebackers got to get there to take the quarterback, and you saw 51 diving at his feet. He's just not getting there. Now, this young man can run.
Looked like he almost got a little out of control and really tripped himself on this Ross there, but he got the first down up to the 40. He's getting those butterflies settled a bit. His first series at quarterback, and Lucius Foster's got some trouble, and he's going to lose a yard or two. They got good penetration as they sent that time. The linebacker Gerald Stewart fired through, and Stewart just disrupted everything.
There is going to be some desperation on the part of the USL defense to keep this from being a scoring drive. Normally, you wouldn't come after somebody that got inside the 30-yard line, but they're bringing them here early in this series.
Time is a factor, a minute 35, and if you hear a noise every now and then, now timeout taken by UAB, and that a communication problem between the sideline and Ernest Ross. If you hear a loud static noise every now and then, their PA system acts like it wants to blast off into outer space a couple of times. We can look across beyond the stands and see the Cajun Dome over there where Southwest Louisiana now plays basketball and where the Louisiana Ice Gators play hockey. They're in the same league. There's the Cajun Dome across the way. So the Birmingham Bulls hockey team comes down here with some regularity to play against the Ice Gators. USL basketball, by the way, Jack, they're in the field in Alaska with UAB in the Great Alaskan Shootout, and what a great field it is. North Carolina, UCLA, UMass, Purdue, Seton Hall, Southwest Louisiana, Alaska, Anchorage, and UAB. That's around Thanksgiving, and we're looking forward to that basketball.
This is a Division I program, and they've had major college football, basketball, and baseball played in this.
Yeah, they've never been anything but Division I. You know, a lot of people think that maybe they moved up some years ago, but they've always been Division I here at Southwest Louisiana. Now they are independent. They're not in the conference. The timeout came with a minute 29 remaining, and in the half, UAB will have 2nd and 11. Lucius Foster losing one on the first down play, and back in is Daniel Dixon now. You can see by the dirty shirt, number 14, and Dixon wants to throw. And he was hit as he let it go, and it comes up short. Darius Malone, the intended receiver, and boy, Dixon took a real shot from the rushing lineman there, and that was Jacko Cooper, 6'1", 257, a junior college transfer who came in from Gautier, Mississippi.
The tight end had him, and then I think he was a little unsure in the communication between he and the tackle, and he slipped the gap in between them. Actually, the scheme had him blocked. It looked like it was just a communication between two players.
All right, a minute 24.
I got him, you got him kind of stuff.
I got him, you take him. Here's 3rd and 11, and Dixon this time will move up under center. He took that last snap from shotgun, and he's going to pitch deep, and they're going to run a reverse to Kevin Drake.
Excellent, 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 excellent call.
Into the 30, into the 25, and pulled down at the 20-yard line. Kevin Drake coming from the reverse from the flanker spot, and of course, Jack, there's one more wrinkle there. He could throw it too as a former quarterback.
Well, the safeties look slow coming, and this young man is an athlete, is a 4.5 40. Does an excellent job of just taking a handoff, which is difficult in that situation. And then he has the patience to fit into the blocking and squeeze the ball going down. This is a 5-year senior. Plays a 3-year letterman. He knows how to win football games.
UAB at the 20 from the shotgun. Drake went early. The count, so it's going to be 1st and 15. That penalty stops the clock with 57 seconds. So Kevin Drake was split out wide left, and he heard Daniel Dixon call for what he thought was a snap count. Johnny Ray didn't agree.
There is something in Daniel's mannerism that is fooling Johnny Ray. Johnny Ray is an experienced player that knows what it's supposed to look like. I would suspect just some little twitch unconsciously is telling Johnny Ray to put the ball back there. This is a nonverbal exchange. Yeah. It's done by signals.
Well, this time, though, instead of going early, he went late because the wideouts took off. All right, 1st and 15 from the 25. Again, the shotgun formation. Good snap. And Dixon's got all the time in the world. Now he's running out. Now he's on the run. He's going to throw it as he goes, and it's intercepted. Threw it right to a red shirt at the 16-yard line. That ball is picked off by Dwayne Viator. Viator, 6'1", 237, sophomore from Youngsville, Louisiana. And I guess he just overlooked him as he ran. Let's see what the
He's looking at Kevin Drake right here and Kevin is double covered, and they've got the crossing route covered. He would have been better to throw the ball away. Trying to make something that isn't there. That's something they learn as they get a little older.
He was trying to go to Darius Malone.
Holding on the offense. penalty decline. First down.
So Southwest Louisiana will turn down a holding call, and the Cajuns will take over on their own 16. Now we are down to 39 seconds. So, Coach Crow, do you let it fly, or do you just run out and go to the locker room 14-0?
I think they're gonna see what their quarterback is capable of doing on first down. If he'll give them let them have a play,